Is BJP's chief ministerial candidate Kiran Bedi shying away from a public debate? Let's take that question to our panelists this evening. We have with us Atishi Marlina, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. We're also expected to be joined by Onika Mehrotra of the Congress and GVL Narasimha Rao of the BJP. Atishi Marlina, I want to come to you first. Do you think that Kiran Bedi is shying away from an open debate, and why?
Absolutely, Simi. It's very clear that she is shying. She is deflecting from coming into an open debate. As your story yourself showed, yesterday in an interview, she said that she would be open for a public debate, and today she is turned around. Why? There's only one explanation, and that explanation is that she is not ready to get into a public debate with Arvind Kejriwal on the issues of Delhi. Just as she has not been willing to fight against Arvind Kejriwal on the New Delhi seat, it seems she is not open for debate. Whereas she herself, at an earlier date, has praised the system of American presidential debates. She herself has suggested that Sonia Gandhi and Nitin Gadkari, presidents of the two major national parties, should get into a debate. So why is she stepping back herself? I think this smacks of nervousness on behalf of the BJP, something the Aam Aadmi Party has known all along.
Absolutely. Atishi Marlina, you know, when the BJP propped up Kiran Bedi as the party's chief ministerial candidate, the idea was that Kiran Bedi is somebody who embodies all the qualities of an Arvind Kejriwal. She's again somebody who has a clean reputation. She's a woman. She's an administrator, the country's first woman IPS officer. She's got everything going for her. Why do you think she doesn't want to come and face Kejriwal? Is it because they started out together from the India Against Corruption platform?
See, I think, Simi, it's very clear right from the beginning that the BJP is extremely nervous. They were nervous because of low turnout at their Ramlila Maidan rally. They are nervous because of the huge turnout of support from the Aam Aadmi Party on the ground. And you can see that by multiple steps they've taken. To fight against one Arvind Kejriwal and one Aam Aadmi Party, they need one Prime Minister, 3 Chief Ministers, 400 MPs, Shazia Elmi, Kiran Bedi, etc. The list goes on and on. And today, their so-called face who was going to combat Arvind Kejriwal, who brought all his qualities, is not willing to stand up and debate the issues of Delhi. Is she afraid of uncomfortable questions? Is she afraid that she will be asked, what do you think of BJP's Manohar Lal Khattar's statement that girls shouldn't wear jeans? Is she embarrassed that she is going to be asked why BJP has not given Delhi full statehood? Is she embarrassed that she is going to be asked why power tariffs have not been lowered? I think that she is running away from many of these questions.
All right, Atishi Marlina, stay on with us. We're also inviting our viewers to call in to Headlines today and share their views, and also post questions to our panelists this evening. I believe we have Babita, a caller with us from Jalandhar. Babita, go ahead, ask your question.
Yeah. See, my question is again, what my views are that yes, Ms. Kiran Bedi is running away from a debate because I think she has no other way of running away from the public of Delhi, because she doesn't know. She's just joined the BJP 2-3 days back. So she really doesn't have any clue what she has to say or how she has to answer Arvind Kejriwal. I think that is one of the reasons she's shying away from the debate with Mr. Kejriwal.
All right, Babita, thanks so much for calling us and sharing your views with us. We also have Rakesh from Surat on the phone line with us. Rakesh, go ahead.
Yeah, I think whether the debate takes place or not, I think Arvind Kejriwal should contest from 2 constituencies, New Delhi and Krishnanagar. He should face Kiran Bedi directly on electoral platform, so that he also enhances, it's in keeping with his image as a giant killer. Just like he faced Narendra Modi in Varanasi and Sheila Dikshit in New Delhi, he should face Kiran Bedi in Krishnanagar also.
All right. Rakesh, thanks so much for calling us and sharing your views with us. Atishi Marlina, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, is in fact with us live this evening. Atishi, I want to know that, okay, so fine. So Kiran Bedi is saying that she's going to take on Kejriwal inside the Delhi Assembly, not outside. She's saying she doesn't believe in lip service. She will prove by her work that she's capable of providing answers and keeping her promises. I want to ask you, Kiran Bedi may have deflected the challenge, but Ajay Maken is willing to accept it. Will Kejriwal then hold an open debate with him?
See, I think the value of an open debate is only if all 3 contestants are there. Number 2, I think Congress is no longer a very relevant and significant force in these Delhi elections. These elections are a straight fight between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. Therefore, I don't think that a debate without Kiran Bedi makes sense. However, one thing that I would like to add, which the first caller did say, that I think that I agree with her that Kiran Bedi actually has very limited understanding and experience about Delhi. She may have had some experience in Tihar jail and as a policewoman, but a larger understanding of issues that relate to Delhi, be it water, electricity, schools, education, how to make Delhi a hub for trade and enterprise, is something that she doesn't have. Maybe that is the reason she's not ready to come into a debate with Arvind Kejriwal, who has been working on the streets of Delhi, who has fought for issues of water and electricity, who has worked in the slums of Delhi and governed Delhi as a chief minister.
All right, Atishi, stay on with us. We're also being joined by Onika Mehrotra, spokesperson of the Congress party. She's with us live from the capital this evening. Onika Mehrotra, you heard what Atishi Marlina had to say. Arvind Kejriwal is willing to hold an open debate with Kiran Bedi, not so much with the Congress's campaign committee chief Ajay Markan, because AAP says that it doesn't consider Congress as a big contender.
Well, they are the two sides of the same coin and both expert in U-turns. So obviously, you know, one pitch against the other. Whereas the Congress believes in good work, which they've already done 15 years. The developmental work they have done speaks volumes of what they did in Delhi. And it's not a hidden fact. Everybody can see from their own eyes the kind of transport system that we have given, or the development work that we have done in and around Delhi. So that speaks volume, and we are going to contest on those work that we have done, unlike these two who have gone back on what they said.
All right, so the Congress also feeling a little more confident. In fact, Ajay Markan has been making aggressive statements challenging both Kiran Bedi and Arvind Kejriwal. I'll ask both of you to stay on. We're being joined by another caller from Chennai. Srinivasan, go ahead.
Spokesperson.
Yes, please go ahead.
So I wanted to know about the internal democracy in AAP.
All right.
And whether they have had their elections over the last 8 months, and have they selected their leaders through elections?
All right, Mr. Srinivasan. Thanks so much for calling up Headlines Today and sharing that question. Atishi Marlina, that's a question that our viewer wants to ask you. How does the party work internally? Is there internal democracy in the party? Are regular elections held to elect people to top posts? Considering that Shazia Imi, when she had quit, said that Kejriwal was running the party like a dictator.
Well, and after Shazia Almi quit, she seems to have gone and joined an extremely democratic party. But be that as it may, I think, sir, that all political parties operate with both pushes of democracy and centralism, and so does Aam Aadmi Party. But greatest effort is made within the Aam Aadmi Party to have as much participation of all our volunteers, have as much participation of people from the bottom upwards. And we try and do this in multiple ways. Be it through in our processes of candidate selection, be it taking the opinion of volunteers over major issues of the party. But yes, this is an ongoing effort, and I think more efforts need to be made in that direction as well.
All right, Atishi, stay on with us. We have another caller on the phone line. Ravinder from Tamil Nadu is with us through on the phone line. Ravinder, go ahead, ask your question.
Yeah, thank you very much. Just I want to say something about Kiran Bedi refusing to come onto one dais.
Yes.
Because, yeah, she is telling that Dharnas won't do anything. Mr. Kejriwal and Kiran Bedi, both are from, it's mean the candidates, they are not at all in politics. If without Anna Hazare's agitation, these people won't come into politics.
Absolutely.
And again, if Kejriwal is not there means, hello?
Yes, I can hear you, Mr.
Yeah,
Ravinder.
if Kejriwal is not the main opponent to them, if Congress means, the BJP definitely, they definitely didn't bring Kiran Bedi onto the front. So because of Kejriwal only, Kiran Bedi has been brought. This is my view.
All right, thanks so much for calling us, Ravinder. Onika Mehrotra, would you like to respond to that? Ravinder there, our caller from Tamil Nadu, saying that the reason why Arvind Kejriwal and Kiran Bedi are popular and are seen as big contenders in the battle for Delhi is because they've headed massive protests when they were associated with the India Against Corruption platform. They're basically seen as mass leaders, but the Congress somehow lost out when those protests were happening. There were massive charges of corruption that were leveled against Congress leaders.
See, if you remember 2012 when the Nirbhaya incident took place, Arvind Kejriwal said, while you go to vote, please remember that you are going to vote for Nirbhaya. And look what they did when they came to power. Crime rate had increased 32%. 7 months of central government, it's in a bad shape altogether. So Kiran Bedi...
Ma'am, we were in government for 49 days. And in those 49
And Kiran Bedi said that she's not going to come into any politics.
All right.
She couldn't get what she wanted.
Finally, we're being joined by G.V. Narasimha Rao of the BJP. Anika Merotha and Atishi Malina, I'd please request you to hold your thoughts. We're being joined by BJP's G.V. Narasimha Rao. He's with us live from the national capital. Mr. Rao, the first question, why is Kiran Bedi shying away from a public debate? Is she shying away? Does she not want to face Arvind Kejriwal?
My audio is not functioning. I'm hearing your question from television and then answering you. So please bear with me. Do not interrupt in between because I can't hear your voice. I think the BJP contests elections as per its own strategy. And it's for losers to come up to somehow gain some kind of publicity, to gain prominence. They want to really engage their opposition. They want to somehow come up a few steps using the opposition as a prop, which is why the Congress party has accepted AAP's challenge, because they want to give a fight to AAP. And AAP wants to mount a challenge to the BJP, and we are not going to oblige them. We will contest elections on the strategy that we devise for our party, and let there be a discussion on issues. The media is anyway engaging in a debate on discussion 24/7, and this will continue for the next 15 days. So let everything be debated.
All right, G.V. Narasimha Rao, can you hear me now? I want to know if you can hear me now. Can you hear me now?
To engage himself, to gain a little more publicity for himself. We are not going to oblige him. As far as leadership is concerned, people of Delhi know what kind of leadership the BJP has projected, and they are quite mature to make an assessment about the caliber of the leadership of different parties. Let that be decided by the people, but we will not oblige the Aam Aadmi Party and allow them to rise up to the challenge.
All right, Atishi Malina, I'll give you 30 seconds to respond to that.
I think Mr. G.V. Narasimha Rao, that the BJP is the one that needs to answer some questions. The BJP needs to clarify, are they going to reduce power tariffs by 30%? The BJP chief ministerial candidate needs to reply, does she support full statehood? The BJP chief ministerial candidate needs to reply, does she support statements that have come out of BJP leaders about women having 4 children, about girls not wearing jeans? These are questions that the people of Delhi want to know. They need to know what the views of their chief ministers, prospective chief ministers are before they go to cast their vote. Why are you running away? Debate is extremely healthy in a democracy. Why run away from it?
All right, Kiran Bedi dodging that open challenge thrown by Arvind Kejriwal for a public debate. This is the big story that we're tracking here. Thanks so much, all of you, for taking our time and joining us in this debate this evening. Atishi Malina, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, Anika Merotha of the Congress, and G.V. Narasimha Rao. Will continue tracking developments. Also, the big story we're tracking is discontentment within the BJP as protests are being seen across the capital. A short break.